Hello, it is Monday, July 10th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Monday puzzle, which means it may well be our easiest, most approachable, gentle-themed puzzle of the week. And we'll kick off the week with exactly that, something nice and approachable. So this nice and approachable edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, Overfull Hitbox, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark, the indomitable Shoalmaster, and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the 6 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They're bringing us this series and keeping this channel going. For that, I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much to those 6, but also to everybody who is a patron of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. You can check out that campaign at patreon.com/dailysolve or in the link in the description field underneath the video. And there you can find the bonus videos available to patrons. Also, as a benefactor, you can find the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you again to everybody who is a patron. It really does keep this thing going. And you can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server. There's a link in the description field to that. And please do subscribe to the channel on YouTube if you have not yet gotten around to that. Thank you to everybody who's done so. All right, let's get on to today's puzzle then, shall we? We'll start off our week with our Monday puzzle. This is a construction by Brad Weekman, who's constructed around a dozen puzzles for the New York Times, I think, and edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving, see what sort of hopefully simple theme we have today. A nice sort of swirl, almost swirl in the middle of the puzzle today. After diner coffee order. After dinner, I don't know why I said after diner, that was strange. After dinner coffee order. A decaf, maybe? Is that what it's looking for? Momentous, let's see, what is this? Train stop, depot. Jet black could be ebony, maybe? And alternative to Pepsi's Cokes, so Coca-Cola, well, alternative to Pepsi-Cola. Pub brews could be ales, you could have an ale in a pub. And why don't I still see what momentous is? Virus in 2014 news could be the Ebola virus. That sounds about right. And to antagonize a powerful figure is to poke the bear. There we go. That is a common English language idiom. This is probably one of our theme clues. So maybe we'll have idioms with animals, perhaps? Could well be the case. We'll have to find out. Coveted March Madness slot. Oh, one seed. I don't exactly know how this works, to be honest with you, but I know that I sort of recognize the phrase. This is referring to the basketball tournament, the college basketball. Okay, so momentous is, you could say it was a fateful day, a momentous day. And a captain's place is at the helm of a ship. If one stepped on it, one sped up. Yes, you could speed up in a vehicle. You could step on it, step on the accelerator. Puts in an overhead bin, say. Well, you could be on an aircraft or maybe certain trains, and you could stow your baggage by putting it in the overhead bin. A bar bill is your tab, of course. And poetic tributes, here we go, the official poetic form of the New York Times crossword. And I suppose also the official form of tribute of any medium, I would say. Disposable parts of grocery purchases are wrapping? I'm not sure if that's correct. San Diego ball player. Oh, well, this I know. The Padres, San Diego Padres. Much of my upbringing was in San Diego, so there we have it. Disposable parts of grocery purchases. It still looks like wrapping, doesn't it? Oh, no, but it's not. Can't be wrapping. It would need to be pluralized. So wrappers, maybe? Grocery purchases specifically. So many more things than grocery purchases have wrappers. That's the reason I'm a bit skeptical of my answer. Okay, if you secretly observed someone, you spied on them. Winter bugs could be flus. You could have a flu in the winter. And belly rub recipients often are pups, maybe? It might have multiple seasons. Oh, right, this will be a series. So, maybe pets generally, not just a pup in particular. I was thinking of a dog, but could be other pets get a belly rub. All right, gasoline additive ethanol. I think that's right, but I'm not 100% certain. Let's check the crosses. Become absurdly outlandish as a TV show is to jump the shark, named for I think, an episode of Happy Days in which the Fonzie character water skied over a shark, maybe? In any case, the phrase jump the shark, which I think was meant to, I think is you in the way that it's used, it's meant to represent the way that show, that was sort of the line past which the quality really tanked. And that is how this phrase is used in general. Okay, speech jumble. Speech jumble, I'm not sure. West Coast gas brand. I think this is Esso, which is a descendant brand of Standard Oil named for the phonetic pronunciation of its initials, SO. University official could be a dean at a school. Glob of chewing gum, a wad. Oh, maybe this isn't SO. I'm so accustomed to Esso going into the crossword as a gas brand, but I don't think it is in this case. So speech jumble. Oh, word salad, right. If you, I don't know, maybe if you said something that was absolutely packed full of jargon and buzzwords and things, somebody could say, well, that was some word salad there. Prospector's find could be ore, seam of ore for prospectors, someone mining or someone trying to find valuable ore in some way. Longtime electronics company, RCA. I think RCA was in the crossword yesterday, in fact, referencing its acquisition by GE in 1983 or 6 or something. So the West Coast gas brand is Arco. There we go. I do actually sort of recognize that now that I see it. And if one walked angrily, one stomped, maybe you could stomp around, walk around angrily. Snoopy's alter ego in sunglasses. Oh, I do actually remember this, strangely enough. This is, I think his sort of imagined interior, character is Joe Cool, Snoopy from Peanuts, the newspaper comic strip. Place with many airline connections could be an airline's hub airport. And let's look at these crosses. The Fault in Our Stars, 2012 bestsellers. I mean, I recognize that as the name of a novel. I think a sort of young adult novel. And then Young Sheep Are Lambs. So here we have aloe vera gel, right? So in addition to the official poetic form of the New York Times crossword, today we have the official medicinal plant of the New York Times crossword with aloe, in this case, aloe vera gel. To wander around is to roam or to rove, actually. Either of those could be a plausible answer. Locksmith's supply would be keys. A locksmith has a supply of keys. And then word with bean or blue, navy bean or navy blue. Those are both things. So wander around is not roam, but rather rove. Message concealers are codes. I suppose you could encode a message to conceal it from prying eyes. And Samuel Langhorne Clemens was the real name of the American author Mark Twain. So there we have that. To chat idly is... I was thinking a bull session maybe, but that doesn't fit at all. I don't know. I assume it'll have an animal in it. Oh, right. I forgot to... Yes, I can't even remember if I actually noticed in my own mind that jump the shark is clearly one of our theme clues. So we have so far poke the bear, jump the shark. I can't think what chat idly is. Sorry to those of you who are clearly getting that one. It gets all wound up, a spool of thread, for instance. And to run easily is to lope, maybe a sort of easy run pace. Camera types for short could be SLRs, single lens reflex cameras. Winnie the Pooh, of course, is the classic character created by A.A. Milne. Field of vision, question mark. So you see field of vision, and ordinarily you think the sort of cone that represents your what you can see, essentially in your vision personally. But in this case, I think what we're looking for is a scientific field or a medical field of vision. So optometry, there we go. And the reason I say that is because of the question mark, which indicates there's some sort of pun in the clue. So here we have ROTC, Campus Military Organization, which is something like Reserve Officers Training Corps, something like that. I think that might be it. All right, I just knew it feeling in brief. ESP, extrasensory perception? Is that really what people are suggesting is the case when they say, I just knew it? Are they actually suggesting that they have extrasensory perception? I don't really think so. I think a hunch is feeling like you had a hunch or just sort of a sense of dread or something is not quite the same as saying you actually have extrasensory perception. I don't know. Maybe this isn't maybe that's not the answer. Reveals inadvertently. You could let something slip, so reveals inadvertently lets slip. Oh, shoot the bull. Right, Chad Idle. Okay, I was on the right track with bull session. It's just a different, that was a noun, and we were looking for a verb. To chat idly is to shoot the bull. There we go. All right, robberies are thefts. Is this the Mohs scale? Yes, it is. Mohs scale measure of hardness. Okay, this has come up in the crossword, I think, within the last few weeks as well, in some form. What might be arranged after one swipes right? So that would be one of those dating apps on which you swipe and you would arrange a date. To trade without money would be to barter, to swap. And a home of Brigham Young University, that's a Mormon university in Utah, state with the highest Mormon population. Sheena is a punk rocker band. That's the Ramones, classic punk band, of course. And cash dispenser, in brief, would be an ATM, an automated teller machine. Here we have singer Baker. Well, Anita Baker is a great singer, so there we have it, I think. And cloth for a sweatband would be a terry cloth, maybe? Are sweatbands made of terry cloth? I actually don't know, but it might be. Let's see. Windows Forerunner. Well, so Windows, the operating system. A forerunner to that, made by Microsoft, would be MS-DOS for Microsoft Disk Operating System. This looks like something the bird gesture. Oh, flip the bird. Gesture rudely in a way, to make a rude gesture at somebody. It could be to flip them the bird. And that looks like our last animal clue. So we had 4 of those. In memoriam piece, informally, could be an obit, an obituary, something written in honor of somebody after their death. The N of TNT is nitro for something like trinitroglyceride. I can't remember what the entire thing stands for. I'm sure somebody does. In any case, the N in TNT stands for nitro. Something nitroglycerin T, and then I don't remember what the other T is. Okay, sticks around is stays, of course, and an asparagus unit could be a spear of asparagus, the vegetable. A touch of color could be a tinge of color, and trig function could be a sine, as in sine, cosine, tangent, various trigonometric functions. Okay, here we have the PGA Tour, a golf tournament, and something's eternal. It's endless, or what is that? Put money on something is to bet on it. And on being in parentheses here means we applied the on both to the clue and the answer. So put money on and bet on. Body part with a drum is, the ear has a drum and a hammer and an anvil and all sorts of things. Little tiny bones and things. All right, to give it the old college try is to make a good effort. And to help someone in crime is to abet them, to abet a crime. And a bike part with teeth would be a gear, so little cogs, gears. All right, and there we go. That was the Monday puzzle, and exactly as expected, on a Monday we have a nice simple theme, and as is often the case with these simple themes, these Monday and Tuesday themes, we didn't even need to be aware of the theme in order to solve it. And indeed, for years, for many, many, many years, when I solved the crossword, the way that I solved, I just sort of went through it as fast as possible in the app on my phone, and I often completely was unaware that there even was a theme. This would have been, I think, the kind of puzzle I would have just solved very quickly, not paid attention to the shared topic of these clues, and never noticed that there was a theme. It wasn't until I started doing this YouTube series that I realized there's actually a theme pretty much every single day from Sunday to Thursday. So here's one of our rather covert themes in which there's no revealer, there's no clue explaining how it's working. It's just 4 instances of a particular concept. In this case, animal-based idioms in the English language. So poke the bear, jump the shark, shoot the bull, and flip the bird. And they all have the in them. So they're all essentially the same. They're all the same construction. It's all verb the animal, basically. So there we go. A nice, consistent, simple theme by Brad Wiegman in a nice, relatively... Oh, and then look at this. Right in the center of the grid, we have lambs. That's nice. Just another little touch to the theme. And not part of the theme, but an allusion to it. Another animal in there. Anyway, so thank you to Brad Wiegman for that one. That was very nice. And hope you enjoyed it. It was a very gentle way to start the solving week, which is exactly what we look for on Monday. So thank you to him. And I will be back tomorrow for the Tuesday crossword. Hope you join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Monday. Take care.